Good morning, everyone. It's January 3rd, 2009. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is the Schmuck Look. Well, it's Happy New Year 2010 and all that. It's all come and gone, and the hangovers should be fairly well dispelled by now. But being the schmuck I am, I thought I'd give you a new one. At least a couple of headaches to think about, or thinking gives you headaches or some such thing. But anyway, in the BBC this morning, stock markets around the world staged a recovery in 2009 since March, when most of them hit their lows for the year. I'm going to put it out to you again, because I've done it before, but we have got a collusion between the government bastards and the business bastards. Either way you look at it, it's a bunch of bastards got together, bitched things up, and we got to bail them out. How does that work exactly? Part two of this story, this is going to take, a long time here today, but, doggone it. Now, it was a setup. We bought it. We got panicked, they scared us, and we bailed their butts out. How did that work exactly? Well, they scared us. Much as is the case with everything else going on, is they're doing it with fear tactics, scaring the hell out of people. It's time to no longer be scared, to stand up to all these sons of bitches, whether they're in business or government. It's time to set them on their butts and sit them down hard and say, now it's time to listen up. Hey, the economy was in terrible, terrible shape while we were in free fall and everything. This is a direct quote. The global financial system stabilized, helping avert a depression as most asset classes began to feel the effects of extraordinary coordinated policy intervention by the second quarter. The world economy is back from the brink, said Jeffrey Yu, an analyst at UBS. That's the United Bank of Switzerland, folks. And they don't get a heck of a lot wrong. U.S. share prices also performed well. I guess they did. They're up 500 points from the beginning of the year, when it was, we're going to fail, everything's going to go bad. They scared us, we bought it. They lied, we bought it. And everything else they're talking about now, I'm going to tell you folks right now, being the schmuck I am, well, doggone it, they're lying sons of bitches, lying daughters of bitches, lying bitches and bastards, all of them, every doggone one of them. They say we can't have this, it'll cost too much, and if we don't pass this health care bill, why, we'll go bankrupt. Didn't they say the same thing about bailing out GM and AIG and all those guys? Okay, now, here's the big questions. How many of these top dogs actually lost their jobs, had to file for bankruptcy themselves? Mighty few of the top dogs of the companies that went bankrupt got canned. How did that work exactly? This is what I'm still trying to figure out. And now we'll go to the second part. And excuse me for a second here while I go to the bookmark and get it out here. Here we go. I'm getting it up. Okay, here it comes. This was also in the BBC this morning. And, this is funnier than hell to me. The Icelandic people have sent a petition against the payout over IceSave collapse. IceSave was the big bank in Iceland that started all of this, so to speak, this free fall. And the lead paragraph of this story is almost a quarter of voters in Iceland have signed a petition against plans to repay money lost by foreigners when an Icelandic online bank collapsed. Let's see, an online bank. You're sending a lot of money to people you've never actually seen and shook hands with and talked to in person. Okay, now what happened here? This bank came up with a brand new way to make money through derivatives buying and all of that stuff, and it all was a ton of money. Here you go. And all these foreign investment banks, like AIG, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and a lot of pension funds and all of these jumped on it because, well, massive amounts of interest on their money because, the money makes money. It's just little people who work for their money. It's us big cats whose money makes money for us. Well, we don't have to work. We can sit back and, tell people how they gotta work and at what wages and, well, we'll only give you 31 hours a week because, then you're still part-time. And so you got to work at least 2 jobs to pay the rent. But that's not our problem. Be here when we tell you. Do what we tell you. We're not paying you to think. We're paying you to work. And that's what's been going on here. The big shots got us in a bunch of trouble here because of their being big shots. Well, Iceland's parliament has approved plans to reimburse 3.8 billion euros, 3.4 billion pounds, lost by Dutch and British savers when the IceSave scheme failed in 2008. See, what this is the government is saying to the Icelandic people, yeah, we know that you've lost everything, but these big shots over here, you got to bail them out because, well, we went to the same clubs and schools they did, so, it's the old school tie. We just can't let them fail. Just their little guys. They can fail, but not these big shots. They can't fail because they're the best and the brightest. And, well, we gotta hold on to that talent and pay them lots and lots of money. Even though they failed, we gotta pay them, and we gotta pay them more, and we gotta pay them more and more and more. And, oh God, yeah, we know gamblers lose, but investors aren't supposed to. Yeah, I know, I'm being a schmuck here, folks, but doggone it, that's just about the way it is anymore. It really is. Honest to God. These guys have it all over us anymore. They really do. They have all gone to the same schools. They go to the same clubs. They see the same lobbyists, whether it's for them or just to talk to them to get them to do things for them. They go to the same parties. They run the same scams on us, and we're all so scared. Happy New Year, people. I'm not scared anymore. And apparently the Icelandic people are damn sure not scared either. They're figuring, hey, if they had to take a hit, these guys can take a hit too. And I don't blame them a bit. That's crap. That's absolute, utter crap. Yeah, I'm sure it'll trickle down to here. But that's the point, isn't it? It was a Ponzi scheme and it didn't add up. Us little guys would have known that. Why didn't the big guys? Happy New Year. Peace, everybody.